Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another movie review. This time we're going to be talking about Twins, released in 1988 and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as well as Danny DeVito.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel here. Yeah.
Twins tells the story of products of a genetic experiment. Fraternal twins Julius and Vincent are separated at birth. Their mother, Mary Ann, is told they're dead. Now Vincent, an unscrupulous street hustler, ekes out a living in Los Angeles. Julius is raised by a scientist, grows up humble, intelligent, and strong, but naive about the larger world. When Julius learns of his mother and brother, he heads to Los Angeles to find his family. And yeah, Twins is a movie I actually planned on reviewing and, at least talking about quite some time ago. I have the DVD right here. And I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you guys didn't know, I mean, I have a big poster of him right in the background there. So hopefully that's been some indication, since I've had it lately. But if you didn't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's been a hero of mine since I was a little kid. I remember reading a book on him in my school library. I remember writing a report about him, even when I wasn't that zoned in on the action genre when I was a little kid. I always thought, okay, this guy's really awesome, basically. And I was always drawn to him. I always felt inspired by him, even if I don't follow through with that the way I should. Muscle bound, and he's gotten even better as an actor over the years, I think, with his more kind of mature roles. But his presence, his persona, his actual real life intelligence and stuff like that, it's made him, in my opinion, the greatest action hero of all time. And even outside of that genre, he's still one of my all-time favorite actors easily. Probably within my 2 or 3 favorite actors, maybe number 1 depending on the day. So Twins is one I've watched many times over the years. It sort of fell into that point where Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually trying to branch out and do some different things in his career. Like I said, this came out in 1988, and he had something like a Kindergarten Cop, coming out a couple years later in 1990. And I remember him talking about this before, like how the studios were hesitant to let him do a movie like that, because they're so profitable with his action roles. So they thought it could be a risk, and that wouldn't really work, but hey, it did. And Twins and Kindergarten Cop are still talked about today. Definitely worked out more for him with these more comedic, lighthearted roles than it did for someone like Stallone, I guess, right? In fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger even told a story recently about how he tricked Sylvester Stallone to taking that "Stop or My Mother Will Shoot" role. And kind of going back to their 80s, 90s, rivalry and everything like that. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that. Twins itself, though, it's a toss-up between this and Kindergarten Cop for me. Out of his comedy movies, we can talk about Junior another day. And there's things like Jingle All the Way and such, which I enjoy for their own reasons as well. But it's always between Twins and Kindergarten Cop. And I rewatched this again like about a month ago with my fiance. She's not big on Schwarzenegger like I am. But she's she's a good person, so she indulges me, and sometimes she'll enjoy things a little bit more than she thinks. And Twins is actually one of them. Granted, she already liked Danny DeVito, so that probably helped. But she actually got more of a kick out of it than I think she even thought she would. And this is just a fun movie. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito have great on-screen chemistry together. I guess Danny DeVito is someone that Schwarzenegger sort of looked at and suggested when they were going through more not typical, but actors that are more known for their comedy. And DeVito stuck out, and they're very good together on screen. Obviously, very contrasting appearances, but it seems like they they fit into this like a glove, really. The two of them. I do hope they do a sequel, triplets. Arnold Schwarzenegger still seems positive about it. I think it would still work, with or without Eddie Murphy. It's mostly a comedy. There is some romance mixed in there as well, which we'll talk about in a second. And of course, you got a little bit of underlying, crime and a little bit of, danger, if you want to say that, mixed in as well with what the experiment's connected to, and ties to that, and as well as Danny DeVito's character, Vincent, and what he's gotten himself into, without growing up the way Schwarzenegger did, without Schwarzenegger's genetics. But mostly it is a comedy, and the romance side of it is actually pretty good as well. I mean, I gotta say. Let's see. I just gotta make sure I get the names right here. Yeah, okay, you have Chloe Webb on the left there as Vincent's girlfriend. She recently, not too long ago, played the mother on Shameless. And she did fine in this as well. But I gotta say, I was particularly taken with Kelly Preston, who played Marnie. The other sister that takes an interest in Arnold Schwarzenegger, Julius. I actually ended up liking her quite a bit. I think she's one of my favorite, she makes one of my favorite pairs for any Schwarzenegger movie, really. I really quite liked her, actually. And then you have the actress who played the mother. Let me just make sure I got her name again. Credit where credit's due, right? Yeah, Bonnie Bartlett. I don't think she has too bad either, although the role is limited. But again, the heart of the movie is obviously Schwarzenegger and DeVito, and there's plenty of bits with them. I have the Schwarzenegger throwing the guy into the elevator in my intro. You have the chains at the end of the main bad guy. You have I think one of the best parts of the movie is where they're off with the sisters, and they go to the hotel, and Schwarzenegger experiences intimacy for maybe the first time. Again, the chemistry with Kelly Preston I thought was very good, shockingly. The dance they share, at the bar and such. It's a feel-good movie, and I still really like it after all these years. As far as flaws, none really, unless you really want to get finicky about it, but I don't think it does anything wrong for what it's going for. I mean, it's a short run time as well. It's 107 minutes, give or take, whether you include credits or not. But yeah, really nothing to complain about with Twins, In a way, it's probably one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films. I mean, again, and Schwarzenegger walk around it, in that. I mean, it's hard to compare to his more serious films, or his, obviously his more action-based films, but they have their place, and definitely gives Schwarzenegger some good variety in his filmography, and I guess I really, really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm giving Twins like a 92. I'm giving it an A. I really don't see really any other way to do it. Let me guys thought about Twins. What do you prefer, Twins or Kindergarten Cop? I could go either way. Right now I'm saying Twins, but when I watch Kindergarten Cop again, I could probably say Kindergarten Cop. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Vincent!